Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Sometimes on this channel, I'll show you guys how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Oh, Crypt Keeper says, "Let's go, Brandon." That's funny stuff right there. Guys, been in Boston for the weekend. I played a Boston Red Sox fan on TV only for one day on Sunday night. But I'm back. Had some pretty cool stuff happen in Boston. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit later on in the show because we got to go and get started today. You guys know today is Tuesday, October 12th. It's a sexy 69 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto Studio. We come to you live every single day at 11:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you know. Guys, let's go ahead and just start jumping. Yeah, go Braves. That's right, go Braves. I bought this jacket months ago specifically for the playoffs. I'm going to the game tonight, so I won't be on Around the Blockchain tonight. Back to regular schedule for me tomorrow. Okay, guys, let's jump into the markets. First and foremost, 1.3 million subscribers. We did tick up over the weekend. Thank you, everybody, for that. We're at 587.6 thousand on Twitter. Don't forget to follow my personal Instagram, where you guys see that's a shirt I got that I wore in Boston. We got some pictures during the Boston Marathon. Went to Fenway Park the other night. Damn, this was good. Let me tell you, this was good. A lobster roll with some clam chowder. So good. So you guys can get access to that. Also, BitBoy Crypto, BitBoy_crypto on Instagram, 302,000 followers. Thank you to everybody for following in all of the places. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok also. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Bitcoin. What the heck? I thought that when I came back, I thought Bitcoin was going to really do something. Like I really did. I really thought it was going to do something. And, I came back and we dumped about $1,000 down to 56. But what's been really interesting to watch is to watch the coins that got murdered on this little small Bitcoin dump. I mean, you got IOTA down 11%, Shiba down 9%, DYDX down 9%, a lot of 8, 7, 6, 7, 9% losses, even though Bitcoin is only down 1.7%. BitBoy Respect World Tour 2022. Hey, we might do it. We might do it for the people. If people are still here watching crypto content next year, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, so the market's not doing the best today. Ethereum's been really struggling. I've been feeling that. Now, look, there are some other YouTubers out there right now. George said, I saw a video he made. Now, look, I saw a title. I didn't watch a video, so I'm only assuming what he said is true in the title and it wasn't clickbait. He said he sold his altcoins to move into Bitcoin. And while that's not a terrible strategy right now, I think that's actually, it's a decent strategy. I think the Bitcoin is going to start running away here a little bit. If we look at the dominance number, look at that dominance. It's up to 46.4%. So up 2% since I left. ETH dominance is down. The volume is low, $110 billion. The overall market cap now back below $2.3 trillion. I think it is a decent strategy, but there's a lot of risk in that strategy for people that are not super well versed in how to time these markets. Because right now, while a lot of altcoins are down, like I don't think, in my opinion, it makes a lot of sense for most people to try to sell them, even if Bitcoin is going to run. Because if you miss the tipping point where this parabolic altcoin cycle that is coming begins, you're going to be in a bad spot. You're going to be in a terrible spot. You're looking at a 2x for Bitcoin. You're looking at 10 to 20x's for a lot of altcoins, I believe, in the next few months. So I personally would not advise that strategy, but I definitely know why he did it. I mean, I do agree. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to start to run up. I don't think we're going to get above 60%. I think we'll get above 60% maybe in the bear market. But I think once this thing gets to 50, 52%, it'll probably retrace some. So just something to watch there. Now, before we got, is Chris on yet?
He is not.
He's not on. Okay, so we'll just keep going then. Biggest winners of the day right now. That is not what I meant to click. We'll go over that. Then I'm going to bring Justin up, let him talk about Coin League here. Waves up 12%. Look at that chart. Looks pretty sexy. Ravane, Stacks has been moving a lot, up 53% for the week. Perp up, Axie Infinity up, Cosmos up. Now we're supposed to have Chris from MMCrypto on here in just a little bit. He's not on yet. Hopefully we'll show up here. He's not supposed to be here for another minute. So in the meantime, I'm going to bring up Justin Williams. As you guys know, he's a giant. He's 7'6". He's actually the size of he's the hunchback of BitBoy Crypto here. So I'm going to let him take over for a few minutes because he's going to talk to you about what we got going on with Dex Kit and Coin Leagues. This stuff is really cool. So go ahead.
Cool. Maybe I should get a wheelchair and roll in, and that way people, All right, is that better? Cool. Coin Leagues. We've been working on this project. Shout out to the Dex Kit dev team. Huge project. We think this might be one of the biggest things that hits crypto in the last 2 years. It's going to be a huge game. Fantasy trading altcoins. So basically, you're going to be able to pick 5 of your favorite altcoins. Right now, it's the top 50. We are going to be scaling that to the top 100, maybe the top 200. Completely scalable. You get playing against 5 other people. We're also going to scale that to 10 other people. So you're going to be able to pick a team. There's going to be a captain's coin. That's going to be a multiplier to help with tiebreakers. So you're going to be able to compete against several other people, including Ben. We actually are. We actually are going to be the team here at BitBoy Crypto. There's going to be certain rooms where you can play against Ben. You can play against myself or TJ or DZ or any of the other famous faces that you see on the show. It's going to be on Polygon. So there is going to be somewhat of a learning curve. If you don't know about Polygon, very simple. With MetaMask, you can integrate Polygon just like you do with Binance Smart Chain. And the reason why we did it on Polygon is because of the gas fees on ETH. We tried to build it on ETH, but it was going to cost $3,000 to play a game. That's crazy. So right now, the dev team does think, though, when ETH 2.0 comes out, that we are going to be able to put it on ETH whenever that is. So right now, it's on Polygon. We got plans to put it on Binance Smart Chain and some other things. Very cool. Coming out the 15th for beta, you're going to be able to actually test it. It's open to the public. The games will be live. You put your Matic up. You can win Matic. There's going to be a pool. So whoever's winning, will get the pool. Super excited. Also, if you hold 200 bit token, I think you get an extra multiplier. And you can. I think we're actually going to make it to where you have to play it. You have to hold the bit token to play. So really excited about it. Go check it out. Get your Matic ready. If you don't know about Matic, maybe we'll do something on NFT Update to show you how to integrate your Matic wallet. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. So right now, if you look, these are the pools. We have to actually connect a wallet, make an account, which we don't have on this computer to actually see the game. I'm in a game right now. I'm losing, but I'm in a game right now. So yeah, we'll show you some more stuff here as it gets closer to the 15th. So check it out. Polygon, super excited. Where did Ben go?
He's right here.
There he is. All right, that's all I got. Here we go.
Okay, guys, here I am. Okay, fun times. 510, guys, 510. Well, cool. Well, listen, we brought on a special guest. We got MMCrypto here. He's going to talk charts with us. We're going to ask him what he feels is going on in the market. It's been a while since he's been on the channel. And guys, for the Q&A, we'll do the Q&A after. So,
and do you have that app, the VMix app, open on that computer?
Yes, I do.
Beautiful. So you should be able.
It's not my first rodeo here. Not my first rodeo, TJ.
Can you hear us, Chris? Yes, he can hear us.
Can we hear him?
Can you hear me also? That's the question.
Yes, I can hear him now.
Yep, sounds great.
I hope
Chris, what is going on?
With Bitcoin or what?
With you, man. I haven't talked to you in like forever.
Oh yeah, it was about time. It was about time. Good
Yeah,
to
we
be
need to
back,
do it.
man. Very happy to talk to you. Are we
Yeah.
actually live already?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Yep.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Do you have a
Yeah,
bird
cool.
on your
I'm
shoulder?
just setting up. Say again.
Oh, it looks like you have a bird
No,
on
I
your
have-
shoulder.
I have the famous dinosaur and the banana here.
Oh,
Like,
the banana.
People
I
on my
like that.
channel, some of them know it already. They
Oh,
were
wow.
featured 2 times.
Well, cool. Well, Chris, what is going on with Bitcoin? It looked like we were going up. We were going to about $57,000. We were above 57, and then all of a sudden we kind of got like a mini dump. I mean, let's put it in perspective. It's not like it dropped that much, but then the altcoins have kind of gotten crushed, in the last day
Yeah.
since it dropped. What are the expectations for Bitcoin right now?
I can explain within a few moments probably why we are getting resistance right now, but also why I am expecting $75,000 for Bitcoin rather sooner than later. Doesn't mean like that it's tomorrow or the day after, but I'm talking about it's possible in October. So that's going to be interesting. Of course, I want to talk about my current trade, maybe future trades, price targets, and everything. So
Yeah.
tell me what you want to start with. Should I share the screen or just
you can.
share my
You should be
thoughts?
able to share the screen right now.
Yeah, perfect. Let me see. Toggle camera preview. No, toggle screen sharing, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Sounds good. Let me know once you can see the screen. I will the screen, and then I go over.
Yep. We can see the screen.
Perfect. That's beautiful. So we are here on the daily candles. I want to keep it as simple as possible. So I removed all drawings I have, and I'm a drawing messy, but I want to make it really, really easy here for you. And what you can see is here, February, March, and April, February, March, April, we had basically like the longest top in the history of Bitcoin, where we're just going sideways and forming this rounding top, Wyckoff accumulation pattern, Bitcoin going down to my worst case scenario. Didn't say that I predict this price target, but I said my worst case scenario is 29. We hit it in a triple bottom, and now we are moving upwards. I am personally expecting the price to break the previous all-time high rather sooner than later. First of all, I want to focus on why we are getting resistance here, and then I want to come over to the most interesting part, which is $75,000 in October. It's not like I'm just saying it's possible. So here we can see resistance coming in at the 78.6. Easy as that, but of course we always want confluence. It's just not like one reason pointing towards why there should be resistance coming in. We have a second one coming in here, just a second. We have this resistance coming in right there. It really always depends on how you draw it, but we have here definitely some resistance coming in. But the most important one is this one here. If I'm pulling out this volume area from before, and then I'm pulling out the VPVR, then you can see, and this is good news within short-term bad news, but good news definitely for Bitcoin, because where we are coming in here is the last area of resistance, the last cluster of resistance. Meaning, once Bitcoin is overcoming this upward sloping resistance, once Bitcoin is overcoming this horizontal resistance, once Bitcoin is overcoming this cluster of resistance, which is basically ending at 59, 60,000, I don't think that 64,000 is the real resistance, not even psychologically. I think the biggest one is at 60,000. Once Bitcoin closes a daily candle with volume support above the $60,000 level, I am expecting, and this is something I want to elaborate a little bit on, I am expecting $75,000 for Bitcoin. And can you actually see the face here, or just the chart?
We can pull up we just one at a time.
No
We
problem.
need either your face or the chart.
Yeah,
We can't show sleeves on either screen though.
No problem. You can see my face now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. So I have this one trade open. Probably some people have seen it before. It's this 4 million US. It's now $700,000 in a profit. And people are asking me, Chris, take profits. You are crazy. Because there was one occasion where a trade of mine got stopped out in a break even. I was already $2.4 million in profit. Price went down. I had a stop loss at break even, and I got stopped out. And the mistake was not taking profits. The mistake was putting in a stop loss. So I will keep this trade open, even though I could bank in $700,000 for one simple reason. I do think, and here I want to share the screen again. I do think that this is the beginning of the next run up for Bitcoin. I was actually calling for that, I think, since we broke here this high of 41,000, and now we are going further upwards. And the reason for this call is, and here I want to pull out this arc. Now, pay close attention. This is really a good one. If I am pulling this over from here to here, and then pulling it over, it's not perfect right now, but so this here is the so-called cup. And this here is a handle. And what I think is happening right now is the beginning of a cup and handle breakout. So we already got here this breakout. I was quoting it once we broke this neckline where we had, of course, a lot of traffic over here. Then we had, of course, here the candle highs. Then we had here rejection down. We broke it now, right? This was at approximately 51, 52,000 US dollars. It's now not perfectly drawn. Please don't quote me on that. But the price target of that is actually from the bottom of the cup to the top. I'm taking here the candlestick bottom. If I'm taking that over, we are seeing a price target of 74, 75,000, give or take, no matter how you, depends on how you are drawing it, 74, 75 $50,000 US for Bitcoin. All we need for this is, in my opinion, of course, could be wrong here, if a daily close above 49, 48, 49, $60,000 US give or take. Once we are closing above that, not only that I will go back to the chart, to the camera, not only that I will keep open my trade, I will scale even higher, but I need to wait for this break. We are not longing before resistance, of course. We are at resistance right now. I'm waiting for the Bitcoin price to break a daily candle above the 59,000 US, and that's actually, I announced it before on my channel. I will open at least a 10, maybe even a 20 million US long position. Dangerous, of course, guys. Don't bet the farm. Don't put in your savings or whatever. Leverage trading is very, very risky. I'm holding the most of my money in a long-term holding portfolio. Don't want to advertise here to go too crazy on trades. But I'm going to go crazy on that specific trade, of course, with risk management, because I think 74, 75,000 US for Bitcoin are realistic once Bitcoin is breaking this. I don't know, man. Are you bullish on Bitcoin right now? Please let me know.
Am I bullish on Bitcoin? Come on, Chris. You know I'm bullish on Bitcoin. You know I love it. I love to hear 75,000. I mean, the number a lot of people are floating around is $65,000. But I think 75 definitely could be in the cards. I think it's important that we are at new all-time highs around the end of this month. Now, let me ask you this question, Chris. What is have you changed? Because on this channel, we've changed what we're predicting, the end of this bull run, the price. Have you changed your targets at all due to like the long, kind of bear market in the middle of the dip? When are you looking at Bitcoin to hit the top of the market, and what do you think that price is going to be?
It's a very good question. I didn't change my target, but maybe I have to adjust a little bit the time frame. So my personal targets were 250, 300,000 US, very possible for Bitcoin in this bull cycle. A very, very good, one of my best friend of mine, Da Vinci J15, was even talking about the super cycle, about to 1.2 million US for Bitcoin. I will be a little bit more conservative here, but time-wise, I was expecting this just like traditionally to happen towards the end of the year. December, something like 4-year cycle. Towards the end of the year, we usually have the all-time high for Bitcoin coming in. We had it in 2013, we had it in 2017, and now 4 years later, 2021. All we have is always past history to predict future performance, of course, plus a few probability functions. So this is what I was expecting. Now I say, maybe this is a little bit optimistic time-wise for Bitcoin, but we shouldn't forget, once Bitcoin is going parabolic, I mean, 250,000, that's a 4x for Bitcoin. We made easily from October 2017 to December, so it's definitely not out of the rules. Definitely can still happen, but I think maybe it takes even a little bit longer. And this time it is a little bit different. We have more money printing, we have more economic uncertainty, we have lockdowns, we have big YouTubers coming in, onboarding people in crypto through NFTs. So definitely I could see an extended bull market here, not necessarily price-wise, but maybe even time-wise. And maybe we are not going to see the high in December.
Yeah, so I think we are going to see the high end of November and December. I've adjusted mine. I no longer think we're seeing over probably 120K at the absolute max. So I think kind of I think we're kind of jiving together though, because I think the only difference is, like, you probably think it's going to be 6 figures probably by the end of this year. You just think it's going to go much higher and it's going to last a few more months. So our time frame of when we think it's probably going to hit 6 figures will probably align and be close to the same, but I think that I think we're not going to highs that we thought we were going to. A lot of stuff has changed. You got the dollar index is actually improving instead of going down. Yeah. You got a lot of interesting stuff going on right now. I think you're looking at the stock market maybe crashing at the end of this year. So a lot of interesting stuff going on. Chris, last question for you today. Now, Chris, I'd love to get you on every Tuesday. I think this would be great if we could get back to doing something where you come on the show every Tuesday around the same time. But and also, guys, please go subscribe to Chris, to MMCrypto's great channel. Definitely one of the best out there. We've done a lot of collaborations together. We're good friends. But Chris, last question before I let you go. Can you make a thumbnail face for us? There it is. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You guys saw it here first. I love it. He makes the best thumbnails, not in crypto, on YouTube. The absolute best. Well, cool. Well, Chris,
thank you very much, man.
Absolutely, man. Well, we'll let you. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say I want to apologize for the quality, the lightning quality, everything. I just moved into a new villa here in Dubai. I'm setting up my studio. Next Tuesday, it's going to be awesome. And maybe you're joining my channel as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely come on. We couldn't, we couldn't even tell that the lighting was bad. Everybody was so focused on your biceps.
Those guns,
and the no sleeves. What are you benching these days, Chris?
Where I've been?
What are you benching? You benching?
Bench press.
You bench press?
I'm actually not benching so much, man. I was intermittent fasting the last few days. I was losing 7 kilograms. Now I'm starting to pump up the muscles again.
Starting to pump them up. Well, okay. Well, when you want to challenge a bench press off, so you can do more, you call me. I'll come over there to Dubai. We'll pick some heavy stuff up and put it down.
Sure, I could imagine you have a few kilograms more on the bench right now, but I will catch up. I'm telling you.
Well, but you've got more veins in your face on your thumbnails, so man, you're doing something right. So
I'm
cool,
winning
Chris.
on that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you go, Chris. And we'll try to get you on the schedule. I'd like to have you on every week, whether it's Tuesday or another day. So hopefully we'll see you next week. See you later, man.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye. Okay. Oh.
All right. That was fun. I like Chris.
He's such a good guy.
He is.
And listen, here's what people don't know. I think a lot of people, they look at YouTubers and they like to imagine what they're like off camera or off screen. Chris is a very genuine, authentic person, and he does a lot of philanthropy. He does a lot of good work, and he is a good human, and I love having him on the channel.
Yeah. Plus
right.
1 for Chris, they said. In the chat.
Plus 1 for Chris. All right, we want to do Q&A?
Sure. Yeah. I didn't pull a lot of questions, but I got this Crypto Dipster. He's asked this probably 150 times in the last 2 days. Last week, I asked if the SEC was in bed with XLM, and you said that the SEC was in bed with Ripple. Can you explain why you think the SEC is in bed with Ripple, since they're
not trying to destroy them?
Right.
They're not trying to destroy them. This is all, as we call it here, political theater. Okay? The end of this case was determined before it actually came to fruition. And you guys will see this. I want you to think about the power of this, okay? The power of a settlement with XRP, to where XRP is totally absolved of being a security, okay? But how in the world could Ripple, how could XRP become absolved of being a security without going through a case, a settlement, a lawsuit with the SEC? That's the only way to get that determination. You don't, let me ask you this. Other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, have you seen the SEC come out and make any statement on any other crypto being a security? You haven't. They don't come with lists. They want to go after everybody because that's what they want to do. So what this is going to be a win for the SEC, and it's going to be a win for XRP, for Ripple, because the SEC gets their win because they're going to get to continue going after other projects. Because while XRP will not be considered a security by the end of this, there will not be precedent set to limit who they can go after. So it's a win for the SEC because everything important is going to be sealed. Everything important is going to be sealed from that document, in the settlement. Keep it up. And so, it's going to be a win for Ripple, obviously, because now it's going to get to move forward and be the dominant behemoth in the payment space, as it will be the only one that is not considered to be a security. They're even saying stablecoins are going to be securities. I mean, which they aren't, obviously. That would never fly.
It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. Well, Dirty Gary Gensler said it. So, guys, we got 11,243 people watching. We got 2,152 people watching for a like ratio of less than 20%. I know you guys can do better than that. Let's go for 6,500 today. Smash that like button for us. If you're watching on mobile, X out of the live chat. Go into the part where you can hit the like button and then come back to the live chat. Watching on a smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of the screen. More actions, more options. Hit react and then like this video. Especially like this video if you love the Atlanta Braves. So cool story real quick.
Okay.
So I go to Fenway Park, which is amazing, by the way. So amazing. The hallways are very narrow. But
that was your first time there?
Yes, first time there. Me and my wife together, we've now been to Wrigley, and now we've been to Fenway, the two best parks. And so very similar in a lot of ways. Just kind of in the middle of nowhere, all of a sudden just rises out of the ground there. But we go, and we're getting ready, or they're getting ready to throw the first pitch. A guy turns around. He's a double amputee. His name's Cedric. He was might get this wrong. I think he was an Army Ranger. I think. But he was in the military. He's a double amputee. He's basically a wounded warrior for all intents and purposes. I think he does some motivational speaking. And so there he is, double amputee, getting ready to go through the first pitch. And we're on the second row. And he turns around and he looks at me and he goes, and I just nodded my head. Like I knew he recognized me. And so I nodded my head and he goes, crypto? I was like, yeah, it's me. So he came over and talked to us for a little bit. He's like, man, I'm getting ready to throw the first pitch right now. And you're right here, and he said he was actually from Atlanta too. So big shout out to Cedric. I thought that was pretty cool as he went up to throw the first pitch. I got to talk to him and, we certainly appreciate, we're in red, white, and blue for the Braves right now. But, it was kind of cool being in Boston, which is kind of the birthplace of our country in a lot of ways, seeing, Sam Adams and Benjamin Franklin and, all these people that are associated with that city. It was really amazing. And so it was cool. We support the troops, obviously, and support our wounded warriors for sure.
All right. We got a super chat from Clayton Merrick. VeChain, is it worth keeping?
Why would you sell it? Why would you sell it? You think VeChain's not going to be around in 4 years? Think VeChain doesn't have a pump left? I think, look, the more I start seeing people go bearish on major altcoins like Cardano, like XRP, like VeChain, the more bullish on them I become, because that means we're close to a breaking point where this thing's about to move. When people are questioning whether they should hold great coins or not, that's how you know it's getting time for these pumps. This pump is going to be parabolic. Yeah. We were talking about last week. These altcoins are going to rip.
Yeah.
Rip. They're going to melt your face. We are finally to that phase. Kind of in April and May, we were seeing kind of a similar thing. We're going to see it again. And anybody that sells major altcoins is going to be super sad.
Well, on that same subject, we've got Pun Any Vamper in the basement with his question. BTC's been moving.
What is it? Is it Puna New York Vamper?
Puna New York Vamper?
Maybe.
I can see that. Yeah. BTC's been moving up lately, but altcoins have been stagnant. Then BTC dumps a little and alts dump even harder. What's up with that? That's kind of what you were looking at this morning.
Yeah, I think what it boils down to is people are looking for good entries in Bitcoin. And when it drops, and you got a lot of people out there saying the same message, which similar to what George was saying, Bitcoin's about to rip. You want to be in Bitcoin. If you don't hold any Bitcoin, now would be a good time. I just don't believe it's beneficial. The number one way I see people losing money in crypto consistently, over trading. Okay, over trading. Getting out of coins in the red to get into coins in the green. Even getting out of coins that are deep red into coins that are less red. Still not a great strategy, in my opinion. So I'm going to tell you, I think it's better for you to weather the storm and realize all the altcoin gains with those. But that's just the way it is right now. And Bitcoin dominance is going up. When Bitcoin goes down, people try to scurry out of the altcoins and get into Bitcoin. I just don't think it's an overall great strategy. Now, look, if you're already a millionaire, getting into Bitcoin, great. Why not do it? If you're high six figures, it's great. I know the spot most of you are in. Most of you are in the 4 to 5 figure range and how much crypto you have. And you're trying to turn that into 6, 7 figures. You're not ever going to do that, just with Bitcoin at this point.
Right. And there, you can tell by reading this chat, it's a lot of people. Why are altcoins down? Yeah. Where's CTSI going to go? Is it worth holding Cosmos or Atom or DOT? So you can tell we've got a lot of altcoin holders in here. Everybody's kind of waiting for that, eruption, blow off top. But like you were saying, I think it's gonna. If you think you know what to expect from these altcoins, it will surprise you. I promise.
Because I know most of you guys are brand new. Most of you guys have been in since January. I know this from talking to people. So, I would just say this: if you could time it perfectly, is it a great idea to get out of some altcoins, get into Bitcoin, and then get out at the top of Bitcoin, and then move back into your alts? Yeah, that would be great. That's a hypothetical situation that almost zero of you will actually be able to follow through with and do. So yes, your altcoins in the short term might go down further, and you'll have to sit there and watch Bitcoin go up, and you'll be feeling FOMO for Bitcoin. But overall, that's going to be a better choice for you.
Yeah, because generally when you try to time it all exactly like he was just saying, you'll move into Bitcoin and then the altcoins will rip. You'll move into the altcoins when Bitcoin moves up. Like you'll just do the opposite of what you're actually trying to do.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, it happens to everybody. That's how you learn.
It happened to us. We've done
Yeah.
it before. That's
Yeah.
that's how I know to tell you. You know how I know that's how people lose money? Because I did it so much early on.
Same here.
You know?
Yeah.
So it said Brandon never panic sells. This Brandon guy, he's on fire.
He is.
Okay.
All right. So where are we jumping? Biden versus crypto?
Yeah. U.S. crypto regulation. Report says Biden likely to deploy executive orders soon. What is your... Well, let's go over the story, and then I want to get your take on it, because I'm not bearish on this story. The U.S. crypto industry is about to become the target of Biden's 65th executive order since becoming president. January, a recently released report by Bloomberg suggests. Over the past few months, the regulation of the crypto industry has become one of the most heated issues for debate, especially in the U.S., with crypto skeptic lawmakers calling on the SEC to provide clear classification, context, and protection for investors. Because, you know, the SEC is in charge of things that are securities, and everything in crypto is a security. Am I right?
Right.
President Biden has also continued to show a growing interest in the debate, first with his support of a team of Congress members proposing tighter rules for crypto and the nomination of Professor Saleh Amarova, I believe. I think she's a woman. She is a woman. A top crypto critic as the comptroller of the currencies. She actually, you know, I went into what she said about crypto. I mean, she's not, it didn't come off as bad as they're trying to make it out to sound, what she said.
Shocker.
Part of the reasons for the development can be ascribed to the recent spate of ransomware attacks in the U.S., which have been linked to the crypto industry. This is what I'm more concerned about. With the new development, all concerned federal agencies will be charged to outline their obligations and responsibilities as it regards the private and commercial use of blockchain and crypto. Some of the bodies to be responsible are the CFTC, the SEC, the Treasury, the NSA. I didn't know the NSA would be there. I guess that would have something to do with the cyber attack stuff, and the National Science Foundation. I guess Charles Hoskinson's in charge of that. The U.S. government may expand its efforts to study and regulate the $2 trillion industry. Following the proposed executive order, White House will be looking into the comprehensive reports of the OCC and FDIC with a view to developing them into an adaptable action plan in the near future. Other aspects of crypto reported most likely to be targeted by the forthcoming EOs or executive orders will be stable coins. See if their workability has any long-term negative impact on traditional fiat. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on this story?
I don't think it's necessarily negative. I think they didn't really say too much of anything concrete in that story. Basically, he's going to make an executive order that says you guys need to make a plan. I mean, according to what that story said. The first one I read about it was a little more specific, and I don't know which one, if it's more accurate or if it was just the first one to try to put it out there, but they were acting like they were going to be targeting ransomware as it relates to crypto, which...
Well, that's when the NSA is involved.
Right. And that piece, to me, seems like they're going to try to kind of run that narrative of like, oh, cryptocurrency is used for cyber attacks and criminals, when really it's two totally separate things. You know, it's not, you know, because they cited the pipeline hack in the first thing that I read, and it's really the ransomware that was used had nothing to do with crypto. They just asked for Bitcoin as the ransom. So, and you can't really ban ransomware anyway because it's just malicious software. So that doesn't really make much sense to me.
It's like
but
banning guns in a school zone.
Exactly. The rest of that article, though, is probably pretty par for the course of them saying like, hey, we need to get our hands around this. We need to get some teams and figure out who's actually responsible for regulating this stuff. It's going to be messy. Probably they're going to show their ignorance a little bit, but ultimately it's probably a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and look, you got Altcoin Daily out there saying this is a terrible thing. They made a video on it. Now, to be fair, I didn't watch the video. I saw the title. Okay, so what it is. And look, we love Altcoin Daily for sure. You're
actually, just wanted to say quick congratulations. They just got their gold play button for 1 million subscribers.
Congratulations. Altcoin Daily, 1 million subscribers. Good job on that.
Well deserved. Those are
well deserved. Those are great guys.
Hard workers.
We love them.
Yeah.
Austin and Aaron, great job. But, you know, they were basically saying like, you know, the idea of the thumbnail was like, you know, Biden's going after crypto. This story is like, Biden's going to, you know, go after crypto, deploy regulation. All they're doing is look, I'm not a fan of Brandon. I'll be honest with you. I don't like Brandon at all. Okay. But what I will tell you is Somebody's got to take the reins of this. We've been begging for clarification and regulation for someone that's crypto influencer. Like, I want to know what can I say, what can I not say, what can I do? In stocks, like they've got very defined rules on what you can talk about, how you can talk about it, what you have to say, disclaimers. We have none of that in crypto. I want that. I want that, so I know I'm going by legally what I'm allowed and supposed to do. Now I think we have been legal with everything we've done, but the fact is, I want that clarification. I want that. Nobody's stepping up to the plate and saying, let's fix this. So as much as I don't like Brandon, and as much as I don't like executive orders, I think this one could actually be a step in the right direction for crypto, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The regulation is going to come. Let's figure out who has to do what. And I've also told you guys that stablecoins will be attacked. I've told you that for a long time. So I do think that, that could be some negative stuff that comes out of this executive order towards stablecoins. It will be more in line with keeping places like Celsius and BlockFi probably from being able to do staking with stablecoins in a roundabout way. So we got to watch out for what they're going to say there and do there. But overall, I don't think that this is a super bad story. I've been telling you this for days. I think this is actually bullish for the future of crypto.
Yeah, I think it.
Now, we don't like the government stepping in and over-regulating, but we know it's coming. So let's get the process.
Right. And that's something we were talking about a little bit on Around the Blockchain last night. Like Spencer Taring was on there and kind of saying, you guys, we hear a lot of complaints about over-regulation and oversteps in the United States. However, it's still far better than anything else that exists on the globe today. So, at least we have a chance to voice our opinions. And I agree, this is a step in the right direction. They have to get a handle on this, or the U.S. is going to get left behind. And that's not what any of us want.
A lot of people talking about my belly today.
Oh.
Is it that bad? Is it that bad?
I didn't see that.
Look,
what are
look
they
how
saying?
flat that stomach is.
Suck it in. There you go.
Look how flat that stomach
Look
is.
at that.
Why do y'all like that belly? It just kind of pokes out of this jacket. Maybe I should button it up a little bit. Let's see what it looks like. You go move to the next story.
Okay.
Let's see how it looks in here. Is it pulling?
Looks
No,
like
it's
you
not
mean
pulling.
looks like you mean business.
It's perfect. Go Braves. Chop on. Let's do this.
Bobby
today.
Dial said he sees a 4-pack in there.
We're gonna clinch this. I ain't talking about these cheeks either. We're gonna clinch this tonight.
You sure?
Maybe.
Pull it down on the sides a little bit. Jacket. Just pull it.
Oh, the jacket. I thought you meant my pants.
No. That's later. Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Welcome. Yeah, I love this jacket. It's a great jacket. I saw this thing. I said, I must have this. All right. Whales shovel $1.58 billion into Tether while Bitcoin surges above $57,000. Now, this is a strange story why this would be going on. This is the number 2 whale we've been looking at moving out of, into stable coins. Almost 1.6 billion USD have been transferred by anonymous whales in Bitfinex exchange as Bitcoin price climbs above $57,000. Whale Alert blockchain service spreads the word that in the past 24 hours, 3 transactions bearing a staggering amount of Tether each have been made on the blockchain. Total amount of stablecoins is close to 1.6 billion. In the meantime, the price of the world's leading crypto has surpassed the $57,000 level. The aforementioned blockchain tracker has spotted that over the past 24 hours, anonymous whales in Tether Treasury have made 3 transactions carrying 600 and there it is again, TJ. 666 million, 249.999999 billion, and 667.8 million. Oh, that's million, not billion. I said million there.
That number is showing up a lot lately.
Yeah, the 666 is showing up everywhere these days.
Don't like
Is it Satan doing these transfers? Satan? Satan.
Is Satan Satoshi?
Is Satoshi Satan?
Mm.
Think about it. SAT, stacking sats. Ooh,
wow,
it's getting deep right here. We have to go down the rabbit trail pretty far, pretty deep into the core of the earth.
Mm. Well.
Bitcoin seems to have finally made a full recovery after a long-standing correction. Talking about Elon Musk. Did you see what Elon Musk sent to Jeff Bezos?
Yeah. About the flex for the richest man thing?
He sent him a silver medal in the mail.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Now that Elon Musk is $30 billion ahead of him for being the world's richest man.
Yeah. That's
what a douche.
It's douchey, but it's also kind of creative marketing because guess what? Everybody started talking about it. And so it's it's a douche move, but it's genius if you maximize attention.
That's all that guy's about.
Yep.
You guys keep in mind, this guy's never actually built anything in his life. He just takes stuff over because he has the rich South African mine money behind him. You guys, just so everybody knows, everybody's clear, this guy never created one thing for Tesla. Not one thing. He took it over from the guys who created it. People don't know that. People don't know that. I see TikToks where people are talking about, they always word it like, he created this, he didn't create anything. This guy's a joke, but he does create a lot of hoopla. It's good for him. Let's see. Yesterday, Jamie Dimon said Bitcoin was worthless again. He doubted that the emission of Bitcoin will actually end at 21 million. That is Bitcoin's main bullish feature and appeals to many experts from Wall Street. Like, yeah, it's definitely possible that the supply of Bitcoin could be increased in the future. Like, that's definitely possible. Like, once it gets towards the end, but is the world even going to be around in 118 years?
I mean, I think it's a lot more likely that they can just use paper contracts like they have with gold or anything else to artificially inflate the supply without ever actually having to change the code.
Yeah. Cereal Marshmallows, another YouTuber, says Elon Musk is great at guerrilla marketing. That's cool. I've never actually seen him sell a gorilla, but
I bet he could.
Bet he could. Okay, so what do you think about all this money getting transferred? You think this money is like on the side to buy more Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Or you think it's on the side to buy altcoins?
It could be either one. I mean, it's just whale activity positioning for a move that they think is coming, obviously, whether it's Bitcoin related or altcoin related. We'll just have to wait and see. But probably some of both if we're, with that much money.
Yeah. Well, cool. Hopefully it's not to buy a Bitcoin dip. If so, maybe they bought it this morning. Ethereum index flashes greed as ETH price begins rising. Now, this was yesterday. It has dropped this morning. But it says the fear and greed index flashed 62, showing that investors are in the greed phase. Crypto fear and greed index, a popular tool for measuring market sentiment for major cryptos, is showing greed for Ethereum. As the sentiment in the ETH market has turned to greed, it went up to 36.23. Now it's gone down to 33.73. Right now, I think it's at 34. Let's see. 35, back to 35.05. Okay, well, that's pretty good then. Let's see here. On August 1st, when the index was also in the greed zone, showing 58, the native crypto managed to rise and surpass the $2,600 level based on EIP 1559. Earlier today, it's reported that 500,000 ETH in fees have been burned. That's pretty good. Burning mechanism was introduced in EIP 1559, is making it deflationary. Now, here's a quick look at the Ethereum Nupal chart. Now, for you guys that are new, may not understand this chart, we'll go and show the all-time. It's not as good of an indicator as Bitcoin's, because I'll show you guys why. So basically, for the Bitcoin Nupal, anytime this hits the blue over here, that is a sign that the market is overheated and we are going to get a crash. Now, the Bitcoin Nupal actually hit the line that changes from green to blue and dropped down, but it never actually went above it. But if you look at the 2017 bull run here, as you can see, for Ethereum, it actually stayed in the blue range for most of that bull run. And for this one, we barely touched in the blue back in May, and then we did get a rejection. So what we're waiting for now is to see if we can get back up in the blue. But that for Ethereum, that doesn't necessarily mean it is going to drop. So if we go here and look at let's see, let's check it out for the last year to date. You guys can see right now we're about in the same place we were in August when it was going up pretty good. We're about in the same place as we were back in March. And it looks like the end of February there. So we're about in that same range here. This needs to continue to go up. I think as we get closer to $4,000, it will. It just feels like Ethereum is one big move from an all-time high. But it feels like Bitcoin could be too. So I think that's what's really interesting. and especially if you listen to what Chris was saying, is there's no resistance above 64K. You know, there's no resistance above 58K really. So the truth is, if we can get above 58K, the sky's the limit for Bitcoin at that point. So I've been saying I thought Ethereum would hit a new all-time high before Bitcoin, but I don't know if that's true right now. You know, Bitcoin could go on a massive run this week, next week, hit a new all-time high, and then the Ethereum move could come maybe 2 weeks after. So that's definitely something to watch there. The impact of Ethereum Layer 2 solution Optimism's upgrade on Arbitrum, which is a Layer 2 platform. Ethereum has a bunch of different protocols and L2 solutions operating for different purposes. You guys know that we were looking at, you know, with Coin League, which that game is going to be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see that. But, you know, we use Polygon for that because the fees are insanely low compared to Ethereum. It's a Layer 2 solution. There's always sort of competition going on within the network. The one-on-one competition was shattered with the arrival of Arbitrum, as it skyrocketed within a few days, and now it looks like its old competition Optimism is back and definitely intends to dethrone it. Arbitrum noted phenomenal growth last month. The rally began on August 31st, rose from nothing to become the most successful rally on Ethereum. As of today, the TVL of Arbitrum is shy of 1.8 billion, but now it's being threatened by Optimism again. It saw a flurry of new investors participating on the network. Rapid Rise has been adding over 4,700 wallets a day, and you guys can see.
Wow.
It looks like Optimism, which is the blue there, is on the path to cross over Arbitrum to be the #1 Layer 2 platform here. So interesting to watch out. Do you know much about either of these projects?
No, not really. I mean, not beyond that they're Layer 2 scaling solutions for Ethereum. But as
so
far
you
as,
can
like,
see these coins have Arbitrum pairs, but they don't actually have coins themselves. You see Uniswap is on Optimism as well. So this is a Layer 2 solutions, but they don't actually have a coin that goes with them. It's kind of like wrapped coins. You know, you've seen wrapped Bitcoin or wrapped Ethereum, kind of the same thing, what you use on their network. So pretty interesting. Now, will Ethereum benefit from it? As a matter of fact, it will. The growth witnessed on Optimism will make things easier for both investors and developers. That's what we're doing now. Look, these gas fees are insane. When Ethereum gets to all-time highs, they're going to be even more crazy. Yep. So, you know, definitely if you're, you know, making content, you know, or not making content. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Doing trades?
If you're making trades, you're not going to be able to really come out on the top with those high gas fees. The next story is Anthony Pompliano.
Gotcha.
Got his channel deleted, but we said we were going to skip that story. I'll just cover it briefly, move on to the next thing.
Did he pull up from the Trello? This is something you'd probably like to look at. Just interesting, the Bitcoin overlaid with the US dollar index chart.
No.
That's a pretty interesting chart.
I saw that. Where was that at?
It's on the Trello card. It was the
Let me try to
top.
pull it up.
Yeah.
Can you move the ticker down there?
I can do that.
Let's see here. On the Trello card.
It should be the second attached image, not the thumbnail. Oh, they clipped DZ's hat reveal from yesterday, the micro one.
Oh, they did. Oh, you did a hat reveal?
A mini one. He was trying to get to 7,000 likes, and they got to 6,500. Which, by the way, he's got you beat right now. You're only at 4,264 likes with 13,000 people in there. He did finish with 6,500 and did a little mini.
Well, look, DZ is a like shiller. Okay, he is pumping and dumping likes on you guys. I don't know if you guys know
I don't know
that.
about that.
Well, he pumped. Well, if he could only pump that hair out of his head,
Well,
that'd be pretty good.
Maybe that's where the dumps are.
Guys, if you like me hosting the show, please hit the like button.
There you go.
Let's see. That should be enough. If you want to see more BitBoy crypto and less DZ, hit the like button. Okay, we got a fierce competition. I'm like the Optimism. He's like the Arbitrum.
Oh,
He's the top last night, but I'm coming back for that lead. I'm going to cross him back over.
so
yeah,
nothing. Never mind.
What?
No,
I want to hear it.
You said he was the top last night.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you were the bottom. Okay, and then today you want to be the top.
Switching. That's what they call him.
Okay, switch hitter.
No, I didn't say that. No.
Yeah, you got the baseball gear on.
I do.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave this alone.
Yeah, I was going to too, but you forced me into it.
I would never force you. I would never do it without consent.
All right, that's good.
Bitcoin versus the US dollar here. As you guys can see, look, is very interesting because as you know, Bitcoin is on a tear here and it's going to go up. It looks like the dollar index has found a bottom and is moving up here pretty considerably. It is the highest it has been since before the pandemic. No, towards the end, not since the pandemic.
What's interesting to me is how similarly they're aligned, Bitcoin and the dollar index, since May, since we got that big chunk out of the market there and we saw Bitcoin go down. And now we're seeing, and the dollar index went down. That was when all that printing was going on. And now we're seeing both getting stronger very, similarly. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. I predict Bitcoin to continue going up until it drops. And then we're going to have optimism versus Arbitrum switch here, I believe. So we'll have to see what happens. All right. So also, Pump's channel got deleted yesterday. I know a lot of people get all bent up, bent out of shape over stuff like this. Look, this was algorithm driven. It was a mistake. It was erroneous. He got his channel back. It's important we make a big deal about it when stuff like this happens because we all get affected by it. I've had my channel deleted before. I've had plenty of strikes, but it's always algorithm based. It's nothing we ever actually do. It's all mistakes. So they fixed it. You got to make, kind of some statements on Twitter about it and tag team YouTube. So he did get his channel back. So good for Pump getting his channel back. FTX launches US marketplace for Solana NFTs with plans to expand to Ethereum-based tokens. Now, I've heard this is in weeks, right? In weeks, Ethereum is going to be supported. Sam Bankman-Fried has been a big supporter of the Solana blockchain. That's the only thing that's highlighted here. Look, they want to challenge OpenSea. Is that in here? Let's see if it says OpenSea. I talked about this a little bit last night.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah. Oh, this is one word, not two.
I think a lot of people are looking at OpenSea's valuation as an opportunity, and then their struggles to deliver as a pretty good opportunity for somebody else to rise up and compete against them.
Yeah, I mean, look, OpenSea is terrible. I mean, it's kind of like the better of evils at some points because it at least stands up better than a lot of platforms we've tried out to put NFTs out. We crash every platform we've ever done. We crashed OpenSea. Any place we put out NFTs, we crash. We got some pretty cool new stuff coming up for some NFTs, but OpenSea is just not great. It's a bad user experience. It's bad user interface. It's very clunky. And, they had the accusations that were true about kind of insider trading based upon, what positioning on the website. The guy got fired, though, so he's not there. I think his name was Nate something. But, there it is. BJ, the Biscuit Jesus says, here's some filthy fiat so you can clean the bird poop off that filthy Lambo. Is it dirty right now?
Yeah, they were giving it because I guess at your place you have to park under a tree.
Yeah.
So there was sap and bird poop and stuff.
Oh, you didn't clean it?
No. I mean, I'm
the only person that washes the Lambo around here. Yeah. I see that. You got to manually wash it.
Yeah.
So I'll have to run it through there today. Okay. Users who wish to trade in the FTX marketplace are required to open accounts, blah, 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 blah. So basically FTX is looking to do this anonymous. I think this is going to be a big competitor. So Intel won't limit crypto mining on new ARC GPUs. What does that say? Go back up on the basement over there. Did you see the request pump today? 40% pump. You called it before in your vids. Yeah, I talked about Request Network a while back. 40% pump. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Intel won't limit crypto mining. The chipmaker's approach goes against the hash rate limitations imposed by Nvidia on some of its products. Is that the right or the wrong way?
That's the wrong way.
That's the wrong way. Great. Intel doesn't plan to include crypto mining limitations. I didn't even know this was a thing, by the way.
What?
I did not know that.
What?
Did you know that they placed limitations on the cards so you couldn't mine as efficiently?
Yeah, I know they have parameters in there, but I don't know how hard it is to get around them. I feel like I know you overclock a lot of GPUs when you're mining and stuff like that. I don't know how difficult it is to get around their blockers, but yeah, I knew it was a thing because gamers were getting real upset with miners because they couldn't get their hands on GPUs to play the games they wanted because all the miners were buying them. So I think it was a PR thing mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have it locked. GPUs at the hardware level, very hard to get around. Okay, so there you go.
Saw a comment, by the way, from Phantasm Springs. He said Solana crashed twice from NFTs. That's true. Solana's definitely had some problems. But OpenSea has been doing NFTs for how long? 3 years now? Let's see. When did it launch?
They're still upset, they say. NVIDIA
Who is?
The gamers. NVIDIA cards are up 2x by resellers. Because basically you get on these lists, you get them on drop, you get as many of them as you get your hands on, you use the ones you want to use, and resell the other ones at a higher value.
Yeah. OpenSea launched in 2017, and they're still having problems. Okay, so talking about 4 years, almost 5 years here pretty soon. When we turn the year over, and they still are having problems. So Solana, yeah, they got problems. They just launched. So let's give them a little bit of time to see what they're going to be able to do. I think they're going to put out a good product. It's not going to be that hard, I don't think, to beat OpenSea. I don't think it is. Well, if you get something that works, you're going to beat it.
And there'll be a couple probably either way. There'll probably be 2 or 3 decent marketplaces as time goes on. It's not a winner-take-all scenario. But OpenSea is leaving a lot of opportunity out there. We'll say that.
Absolutely. So they could be doing a lot better than they're doing. So, okay. This is from Roger Chandler, the GM of their graphic production solutions group. As far as like software lockouts and things of that nature, we're not designing this product or building any features at this point specifically target miners. As far as actions go, we're taking to avoid or lock them out. It's a product that will be in the market and people will be able to buy it. ARC is Intel's first full step into the world of discrete gaming graphics cards since 1998. Intel previously focused on integrated GPUs, which are built into the processor and share system memory. Here's a question. Here's a question. Why, and this may be a dumb question. I don't know the answer. You guys know I'm not into mining, really. I'm not into gaming either. So this is kind of the intersection of the two things that I don't really know or care about. But are there not, is there no company producing, mining specific cards? Why are we still using graphics cards for gaming, for mining? Is this not a big enough industry to be able to put out cards specifically for mining? Does that make sense?
That's what ASICs are, application specific.
Well, that's a whole computer system.
Well, it's chip, basically. It's not a whole computer. I mean, there's a lot of different versions of ASICs and stuff, but really an ASIC miner at its core level is just
it's just a chip.
A chip that's specifically designed to run one algorithm as specifically as possible, whether it's SHA-256
right, but
or
it's not enhancement. It's not enhancement. It's not something you can put into a regular computer. You buy the whole ASIC miner together.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's not like a card that you could upgrade an existing.
And the reason people still like GPUs is you have a lot of flexibility. You can mine different algorithms with one GPU that gets a lot of hash. So you're not an ASIC. If you get a ASIC for mining Litecoins or something, or Doge or whatever, you're stuck running that one algorithm over and over and over. With GPUs, you can mine Ethereum. The difficulty gets too high, you jump over and mine Ravencoin. So you have a lot more flexibility with a GPU, and you have resale value. So there's a lot of reasons people stick with GPUs. But
well, they stick with them because I don't think there's anything else available really. Somebody said AMD made one. And BJ is in the chat, and he said that what did he say? Go up a little bit. Where did he? The biscuit. Just up, right there. Nvidia. Is that right? Nvidia.
You said it right.
Dang it! I like saying it wrong.
Oh wait, we have some sound effects now. I don't.
They said that they are making a mining specific card according to the biscuit Jesus, or the BJ as we will call him.
Yeah, they are. It just takes time for them to get it out to market. And so in the meantime, people buy up all the GPUs. Yeah. And like somebody else said in the chat, and kind of what I was saying, is it gives you a lot of flexibility. You can mine, you can spec mine, basically, mine some new chains, hope, get it while it's cheap and the difficulty is low, and then switch over to something else.
Yeah. What else does Ben not know? What else does Ben know how to pronounce? Well, Elian's a good one. It's a good place to start. Zebra, like zebras, long-necked animals. How do I say those? Why are they saying Ben versus Gangnam Style?
I have no idea.
Why are they saying Gangnam Style? Okay, last story. Ripple and Nelnet launched $44 million fund for carbon negative crypto industry. Ripple has contributed the majority of a $44 million fund to support solar energy projects across the United States. Now, I know Nelnet because that's where I had student loans from. So I wasn't aware that it did all this other stuff. Have you ever heard of Nelnet?
No.
No.
No student loans for me.
Blockchain payments. Oh, you didn't go to college.
I did not.
Why are you wasting your life, TJ?
With not going to college?
You could have been a college grad.
Wow. Could have had that debt to carry around for a while, huh?
You could have. You know, I still have student loans.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I would have them all paid off, but they discontinued the payments since the pandemic, you know?
Yeah.
So I just haven't like gotten anything from them. So I just never have gone in and paid. I'll pay them off as soon as I have to pay them.
Yeah, no, I did them.
I
would
got
have
like $12,000.
I would have been paying for college myself, so I did that math and was just like, meh. I feel like I could do more with that money than put it into a 4-year education that was dated anyway. So
yeah,
here we are.
I shouldn't have hired you. It was a bad mistake.
Yeah,
I should have required a college degree.
Mm-hmm.
Blockchain payments firm Ripple has announced a $44 million environmental, social, and governance joint venture partnership with fintech provider Nelnet Renewable Energy to fund the adoption of environmentally conscious solar energy initiatives across the United States. Now, listen, I want you guys to understand that when it comes to Ripple here, you guys are going to see more and more talk about their advantages as a much more environmentally friendly blockchain than Bitcoin, than Ethereum, than other options out there. This is a place they're positioning themselves, to kind of take advantage. Kind of Cardano, is doing the same thing. According to the according to the announcement, the new fund is expected to offset over 1.5 million tons of carbon dioxide over 35 years, equivalent to the energy usage, put it back up, of 180,000 homes for one annum. Is that annum? Is that the plural? Okay. Concurrent viewers, 12.5 thousand, 5292 likes. Guys, we only need 1,300 likes to reach our like goal. 1,300. May I please ask for your support?
Otherwise, we'll have to have DZ do the show tomorrow if that's who you guys like more.
If you guys like, hey, he can do the show every day. If y'all don't like me anymore, that is okay with me. We've had our run, like Eminem says, in a song, he says, you got to know when you're at your end. You got to know when it's time to give it up to the next people. So, I mean, if y'all think it's time for DZ to take over the show, y'all let me know. I'll retire. I'll go do my thing. I'll cry a lot every day. Every night I'll cry. Every night I'll cry. I'll never watch the show because I wouldn't be able to control my tears.
T Salty said, Ben, you are the trend.
Well, thank you, T Salty. I appreciate you there, sir. But yeah, you guys go ahead and hit the like button. Let's get to 6,500. I've got to keep my job.
Yeah.
I got to keep my job. I want my job. I like my job. I like talking to you guys. But we got other stuff going on. So, DZ's definitely gonna be on the show. DZ does a fantastic job. We love DZ.
Yeah.
We wish he had more hair, but he can't have any more talent. He's got a lot of talent. So.
Can't have it all.
Can't have it all. You can't have hair and talent.
Oh, well.
Or can you? Whoa, almost spilled that. Did you see that?
No.
Knocked it over. It did like a, what do you call that? Like goes in a circle.
Tornado.
I was going to call it something else. I'm not going to call it that.
Oh, boy.
It's like on the rim of the cup,
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay, and in March 2021, Nelnet received a commendable E1 ESG accreditation from the S&P Global Ratings Evaluation Board for the former $9.9 million solar tax equity fund. You guys know we've been talking about how these carbon credits are going to be, they're almost their own currency, really. Project entails the financial backing to build 4 photovoltaic solar projects in upstate New York. Valuation was assessed across 3 parameters, for which project scored 88, 86, and 80 out of 100. We're excited to work with Nelnet as we pursue our commitment to reduce the carbon footprint financial services globally and deliver on the promise of carbon negative crypto industry. In April 2021, Ripple joined the Crypto Climate Accord, an initiative inspired by the values of the Paris Climate Agreement. You guys know we're very aligned with the values of Paris. which has collated a consortium of 20 firms from the crypto, finance, technology, and energy sectors to unify behind the goals of transitioning all blockchains to fully renewable energy by 2025, as well as evolving the crypto space to net zero carbon by 2040. I get so tired of talking about this climate stuff. In pursuit of our goal to cultivate a healthier planet through green technologies, we intend to prove that a blockchain platform can support green business and be a truly sustainable infrastructure for companies to build their smart contracts solutions from. And I mean, look, here's a report about VeChain. They're very carbon friendly, yada, 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 yada. I feel, and look, you guys know where I am the supreme master and commander of the XRP army, as you guys know. And I'm all for this, really. They said they want TJ's mom to host the show instead of DZ. Okay. She'll be here in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Here she comes. Naomi. But here's the thing. Look, are there climate change problems? Yeah, of course. I mean, there's some issues for sure. But this has become such a big money industry. I get sick when I talk about it. It's like all of the language, the carbon footprints, the green energy, the renewable this, renewable that, blah, 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 blah. Do you guys not see that this is just a money suck? Like, that's all this climate change industry is big business. Listen, it's so funny to me. It's so funny to me that we can look at the Middle East and we can look at oil, and we tend to equate oil with evil. Why? Because oil is such big money, it's such a big industry, and everything that happens around oil is slimy. And yet, we're seeing the transition from the oil money into the solar, renewable, carbon footprint, carbon credit, energy, the climate change industry. And yet, we look at all these people like they're titans. Like they're white knights coming to save us all. It's the same people. It's the same people. It's the same crap. And so, look, I love what we're going to see with XRP. I love that we're going to see a lot of money made for our community. I love that. When I read these stories about all this climate change language, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting to me. This is all a money play. It's not actually about saving the environment. If you guys haven't figured that out. If you don't know, 10% of your recycling actually gets recycled. It's about making you feel good. That's what it's about. Studies, I think there are studies that show that it's all about the euphoria that you feel from throwing something in a recycling bin instead of in a trash can. You feel like you're helping. You ain't really helping. Okay? The real problems aren't actually getting addressed. Somebody, Joshua Henry says, and I love this. He says, clean energy, dirty money. That's 100% accurate. So I cringe when I read stories like this. It's great they're working together, but it's all for show. It's all for show. Let's be honest about this. It's a big money grab. Who said that? Lou Terrell said that. All right, guys. That's all I got for today. I'm glad to be back. I'll be back. I won't be on a Rebel blockchain. I'm going to the Braves game tonight. So chop on. Let's go Braves. Tomahawk chop those Brewers. No offense, Milwaukee folks, but we are going to take you down. You've only scored 2 runs in the whole series. That's usually what it feels like to be a Braves fan. So welcome to the club. We're going to take this one tonight, and then we're going to go beat the Giants. So, all right, guys. Love you guys. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.